Now at 5:30 on WKYT this morning, a veteran collecting money for a good cause was injured after being robbed outside a Lexington store.
Also on WKYT, the battle over a state budget continues between lawmakers in the House and the state Senate.
And the UK women's basketball team looks to continue dancing as they prepare for a Sweet 16 battle tonight.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Hey, it's Friday, March 25th. Welcome in to WKYT This Morning. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Michelle Chamberlain, and I'm so excited it's Friday.
Yeah, and excited about that game tonight. We hope the UK women do well, and continue moving on. They're at home, sort of, in Rupp Arena.
Well, they are at home, and people are asking
hometown.
for them to come to the game. 7 o'clock tonight. Everybody that can, show up for the girls.
Weather's looking pretty good now. We have the storms behind us, and let's check in. Meteorologist Micah Harris is tracking the Easter weekend.
Yeah, we're starting off pretty chilly, and then we hit the afternoon and off into the evening. If you are heading down to Rupp Arena to support our Lady Cats, we're going to be seeing temperatures pretty much what you're seeing right now in the 40s, not so much 50s, and most of us actually stay just below 50 degrees today. So upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Kind of depends on where you are. Mostly cloudy skies all day long, and then we hit the evening off into the night. Some cooler air filters on, and we'll be right around freezing tomorrow morning. But it jumps very rapidly for your Saturday. I'll show you where we are temperature-wise on Saturday and Sunday, and when the rain is going to move on in for Easter weekend coming out.
All right, thank you, and let's get to the news on your Friday.
Witnesses say the crime is as low as it gets. A veteran volunteering to raise money for other veterans ended up being robbed outside a Lexington store.
Police say Rodney Brock was collecting money for Veterans Outreach, an organization outside of the New Circle Road Walmart yesterday when a man suddenly pulled up and stole the donations. Brock tried to fight the man off, but he was unsuccessful. WKYT's Mark Barber is joining us live now with more details. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. You can see why the veteran's daughter says this crime is just as low as it gets when you consider what happened here. The veteran was dragged, robbed, and then a gun was put to his head. And for what? Well, the veteran's daughter says that the crook stole just $80 to $120 that were all going to go to help other veterans. Now, the brazen robbery happened here outside the Walmart on New Circle Road on Russell Cave yesterday afternoon. The veteran was outside the store volunteering his time to collect donations for a veterans outreach program when a man in a truck pulled up to the curb. The robber jumped out and grabbed the donation jar, but he did not get far because it was screwed down to the table. The robber tried dragging the table toward his truck, but the veteran was holding on. However, he let go when the man put a gun to his head. The gunman then threw the table in his extended red pickup truck and drove off. The veteran's daughter saw it all happen. She's disgusted that the bold robber targeted, of all things, a veteran.
And somebody has put his life at risk and, put their freedom at risk.
We're told that the veteran was hurt and that he was taken by ambulance to UK Hospital, and he's been there through the morning. We're told that he is expected, fortunately, to be all right eventually. Now, as far as the search for the person responsible for this, investigators tell us that they still do not know the identity of the crook responsible for this callous crime. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, that it is. Thank you very much, Mark, for the report. The Kentucky House has rejected the state Senate's budget proposal. The House, which is controlled by Democrats, did not agree to the changes that the Republican-led Senate made to the budget. The biggest difference between the two chambers is $650 million in spending cuts, including to higher education, that Governor Matt Bevin has proposed. A committee appointed to work out a compromise met last night. They will be meeting again today. Both chambers hope to have a deal by the middle of next week. Investigators are trying to figure out what led to a crash that killed 2 people in Bell County. That happened yesterday on US 119 near Pineville. Police say a pickup, a coal truck, and a car were all involved in the crash. They say the car ended up being pinned between the coal truck and a rock wall. 4 other people were injured in the crash, all of them taken to the hospital, and police have arrested the driver of the tractor trailer for driving on a DUI suspended license, along with some outstanding warrants.
Police are also investigating a deadly crash in Elliott County. State police say a car crashed yesterday on Highway 486, that's near Peters Hill Road. They say 75-year-old Clyde Oliver of Sandy Hook died in the crash. Police are still trying to figure out what caused it.
Well, the funeral for a family who police say died in a murder-suicide will be held later this morning.
Louisville police say Brad Hettinger killed his wife Billy and the couple's 2 children, 5-year-old Colin and 4-year-old Courtney, before taking his own life Sunday. The couple lived in Lexington before moving to Louisville. A joint service will be held this morning for Billy Hettinger and her 2 children. Friends and family gathered for their visitation in Nicholasville yesterday. The funeral begins at 10 o'clock this morning at the Betts and West Funeral Home, also in Nicholasville. All 3 will then be buried at Camp Nelson National Cemetery.
Time this morning is 5:35, and police in northern Kentucky have arrested a mother and her boyfriend for abusing a 3-year-old child. The Boone County Sheriff's Office charged Tiffany Herbers and James Anderson with criminal abuse. Anderson is also charged with assault. Deputies say Herbers' son had severe bruising on much of his body and also had an injured lip. They think the abuse occurred over a 4-day period.
Police are looking for a man who tried to rob a Jessamine County bank. It happened just before 5 o'clock yesterday at the Fifth Third Bank off Harrodsburg Road. That's near Bella Reef Plaza. The Jessamine County Sheriff's Office says a man walked in and handed a teller a note demanding money. Deputies released this surveillance picture of the suspect. Take a good look. They say he left the bank without getting any money, though. Deputies say he was last seen jumping into a car with a female driver. A UK football signee is now recovering after being stabbed. Jordan Bonner said he went home to Cleveland last weekend for spring break to see his infant son. But he told WKYT that during the visit, someone stabbed him 6 times in the chest, abdomen, and back. He's now back home recovering. Police later made an arrest in the case. Bonner played 2 years at junior college in Oklahoma, and he's committed to playing at UK this fall. Surveillance video has been released showing a car plunging into the Ohio River last week. First, a warning for you. You may find this video disturbing. The video was taken from a distance. Police say the car fell off Interstate 275 bridge between Campbell County and Cincinnati. Now, after being hit by a tractor trailer, that's when it happened. Police think one person was inside the car. Dangerous river conditions have kept crews from getting the car out of the water. Campbell County police say a water rescue team will now try to bring the car to the surface Saturday morning. They plan to limit the amount of boat traffic in the area during that time.
Well, have you ever wanted to be a contestant on a reality TV show? Well, today's your opportunity. The popular TV show Big Brother will be hosting open casting calls in Lexington this afternoon. If you would like a chance on being on the show, the auditions will be at the Sleep Outfitters on Woodhill Drive at New Circle. Production members from Big Brother say that they will be there from noon until 4 this afternoon.
Love that show. Just days after President Obama's trip to Cuba, the island nation is getting another historic visit, the Rolling Stones. The British rock band is performing in Havana tonight. The open-air concert will be free of charge and is expected to draw hundreds of thousands of fans. The Stones are the first major international band to play the island since the Cuban Revolution.
Okay, well, that'll be something. 5:38 on WKYT this morning. Heavy winds forced a Madison County church to cancel the first night of their outdoor Easter program. The winds knocked down some structures that had been built for Journey to the Cross at Church on the Rock near Berea. With gusty winds continuing, church officials thought it would be safer to cancel last night's program. They're planning to resume the Easter program tonight. It runs from 7:30 until 9:30.
This next story is a good one. What started as a joke between a Mercer County football player and his coach quickly took off thanks to the help of social media. Grayson Blevins is a junior at Mercer County High School, and like many teenagers this time of year, he's looking for a prom date. Now, to help him find one, Grayson turned to his football coach, Charlie Cox. Grayson bet his coach that if he could get 1,000 retweets on Twitter, then he could ask Coach Cox's fiancée to prom. Coach Cox accepted, then Grayson sent the tweet. Within minutes, it started going viral. Even celebrities helped out, including former UK football and current NFL star Jacob Tamme. Now, after the day was over, Grayson had reached 1,000 retweets. Coach Cox says he didn't think it was possible.
No, and that's on me for underestimating the power of social media and the resilience of my kids. Just to be honest with you, it's funny. I didn't think in a million years that he'd get 1,000 retweets, much less do so in like 28 hours.
Now, it remains to be seen if the coach will actually go through with it. Grayson remains hopeful that while Coach said it might end up being a dinner for 3.
Yeah, we'll see how that all goes.
I'm sure it will be.
And but a fun story, certainly. A lot of folks are checking that out. It's been trending here locally. Well, the UK women's basketball team is gearing up for their Sweet 16 matchup in Rupp Arena tonight.
Yeah, the Cats' opponent, the Washington Huskies. With a trip to the Elite 8 on the line, the team will certainly need all of Big Blue Nation there by their side. WKYT's Mike Byer joins us now outside of Rupp Arena, where they're hoping plenty of blue and white show up tonight for the game. Good morning there, Mike.
That's right, guys. The UK women are hoping to come out to a sea of blue tonight when they play the 7th-seeded Washington Huskies in the Sweet 16. Now, tonight's game marks only the second time the two schools have met in women's basketball, and trust me, you're going to want to be here for this one. Game time is set for 7 p.m., and tickets are still available. Single tickets start at $30, and all session tickets are just $54. Now, tickets can be purchased through Rupp Arena box office or ncaa.com/WBB tickets. Now, Wildcat, the official mascot of UK Athletics, has been going around the city this week giving away free tickets, which were purchased by head coach Matthew Mitchell. The tickets are lower-level seats for tonight's session featuring the Wildcats and Huskies before top-seeded Notre Dame squares off against Stanford. To see where Wildcat will be giving away tickets next, make sure you follow both the Wildcat and Coach Mitchell's Twitter pages. Now, UK students receive free admission into sessions that Kentucky plays in. They just need to bring their student ID to Rupp Arena. Will call located at the High Street entrance beginning at 6 p.m. Now, Coach Cal recently tweeted out encouraging all of BBN to come out and pack Rupp Arena tonight. So if Coach Cal tweets that out, you might as well be here. And make sure you bring your dancing shoes. There is a trip to the Elite 8 on the line. That game will be 1 o'clock Sunday. The winner of the Huskies and Wildcats plays the winner of Notre Dame and Stanford. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Do you ever dance in shoes, Bill?
Always do, you know that. We'll see if
He's
the Cats make it all the way, you know, to the Final Four and the championship. We'll see. Maybe they'll dance on through the tournament, right?
It'll be fun to follow.
Yeah, 5:42 is the time. And let's check live drive traffic. That game is going to be an issue, of course, later today. All of those games going on downtown. Don't forget the women's NCAA Sweet 16 games in Lexington. So as you head down there, anticipate that you won't be alone. Big crowds there. Green on our screen this morning. As you see there, lots of clear roads. We have no reports of any early delays. That's good. That is good.
Good news on a Friday, right?
A little chilly this morning. Don't forget maybe a jacket as you head out. A lot more news is coming up for you Friday morning here on WKYT.
Do you want to freshen up your breakfast? Maybe renting chickens wouldn't be a bad idea? Oh, goodness. We'll explain after the break.
Looking on Defender Radar Network, we're moving the rain on out for today, but then we look toward the weekend. Will we be seeing rain on Easter Day? I'll have that forecast coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Now that the front continues to move on through, it's pushing the rain on out of here, so we're not expecting any rain this morning, nor toward this afternoon. The next best chance of rain, unfortunately, it comes on Easter Sunday. I'll show you when on an hour-by-hour forecast in just about 30 seconds. We're at 44 degrees now in Lexington, 46 in Monticello. Some cooler air, no doubt about it, is filtering in as we've dropped temperatures since I walked in this morning. So it's continuing to filter in. We get into the afternoon, we'll be in the upper 40s, lower 50s. So right around that 50-degree reading. Look how popular that number is. I mean, this comes out on this particular model for about 80% of the viewing area. So it really, for this afternoon, it's well below average, average being 57, 58 degrees. Might need a coat today before you take off. A light one, that is. Head towards 7 p.m. If you're heading downtown Rupp Arena for the Lady Cat Sweet 16 game, it looks like it's going to be pretty decent in terms of the way it feels outside. We'll be sitting there still in the upper 40s, lower 50s, but at least it'll be dry. Let's talk about your day on Saturday off into Sunday. Saturday looks good. Now, I know it starts off pretty chilly in the 30s, but then we hit the afternoon. We jump rapidly. We're right around a 30-degree swing from Saturday morning to Saturday afternoon. Any plans? I would do it on Saturday because Saturday will feel pretty good and it looks good too with just a mixture of sun and clouds. We stay dry. And those are outdoor Easter plans because here's the deal. We get into Easter Sunday, going off to church, you'll be just fine, no doubt about it. Getting off toward noontime, saying going out to eat, whatever it may be, as of right now, it looks fine. But watch this. There's noontime, right? We're in the upper 60s, lower 70s. Then we get into the afternoon, and look what happens. Anytime before 4 p.m. looks dry as of right now. Now, I will tell you this. After that, some rain starts to slide on in here. Here's 3 to 4 p.m. Look at the rain starting to scoot in toward the southern half of the viewing area, and then it just kind of fills in as we get closer to that sunset and closer to dinner time. So if you're trying to do Easter egg hunts, I would say do it early on in the day, maybe just after church or after lunchtime. And after that, yeah, the rain starts to slide on in. Speaking of rain, there's some pretty good shots that people sent in yesterday. James Starr from some of these storms moving through, and that was coming through Lexington yesterday afternoon off into the evening hours. Also, I want to show you this picture here. I went to Baker Intermediate, that's in Winchester yesterday. Had a good old time. We always have a good time when I go to schools. And yeah, a terrific time there. Stacy Walson took that picture, sent it in. So yeah, I appreciate that very much. Thanks for having me. The kids were great. We always have a blast. Here's your 7-day forecast. Much colder conditions today, upper 40s, lower 50s, 60s for the weekend. If you're trying to make plans and you want it to be 100% dry, do it on Saturday. Sunday later on in the day, guys, that rain slides on in here. It's not a complete washout on Sunday, but looks like the rain's gonna.
Did those kids wear you out? I mean, you were.
You're like a kid yourself.
They're like, let's take a picture. I'm gonna lay down for a second.
You got the floor.
Yeah, they were awesome though. Always good.
Offer the man a chair the next time he comes over.
There you go. There you go.
I can imagine you.
I know. He's a big kid himself.
Yeah.
Has a lot of fun. All right, 5:49. Would you love fresh eggs every day?
Yes.
And so, if so, have you ever thought about maybe renting some chickens? That's now an option.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do it. And as odd as it sounds, renting chickens is now an option thanks to an Oklahoma service. Spokespeople for Rent a Chicken say the service is becoming a big hit and is a good way for people who've never had chickens to learn how to raise them. They also say it's a good way to reap the benefits of fresh eggs weekly. Now, through Rent a Chicken, you can rent various numbers of chickens for an entire summer. The standard deal and most popular includes a chicken coop, bags of feed, 2 chickens, and various accessories.
Sort of a starter kit for you there. Well, that's
I just wonder how
twist.
expensive it is to buy a chicken, why you would rent one.
I do not have these answers.
Come on, Josh, our producer. You need to have these answers for us.
Do a little research. You find that out. But some people enjoy that as well. And in fact, you know, with urban farming now, there are more and more people who actually have chickens in towns. 5:50 now. It is 10 till 6 on WKYT this morning. A lot more coming up.
Yep, you'll get the stories making news at this hour.
Also, we'll check traffic again. We have some health news and a lot more coming up on WKYT this Friday morning. Hey, good morning. Welcome back in. It is your Friday. The weekend is almost here, and it looks good. A little chilly out there today, so bear that in mind. 5:54 is our time.
Yes, and it is chilly, but it is Friday. So let's take a look at some of the stories we're working on at this hour.
The UK women's basketball team will take on the Washington Huskies in a Sweet 16 matchup at Rupp Arena tonight. Mayor Jim Gray is encouraging fans to come out early and to cheer on the team as they try to advance in the NCAA tournament.
A massive manhunt is still underway in Europe for suspects connected to Tuesday's terror attacks in Brussels.
Belgian prosecutors say several people were arrested Thursday following raids around the country's capital. French officials say raids outside Paris have disrupted a planned terror attack in its advanced stages.
We all know mammograms can help detect breast cancer.
Now, researchers at Mount Sinai St. Luke's say that test could also be useful in identifying women at risk for heart disease. They say the presence of calcium buildup in the breasts can predict early buildup of plaque in the heart's arteries.
Heart attack patients are getting younger and more obese. That's according to researchers at the Cleveland Clinic who looked at heart disease risk factors in almost 4,000 patients. They say despite increased awareness, many patients have preventable risk such as smoking, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Let's get a check this hour at today's traffic trouble spots and live drive traffic. Everything out there looking good. Doesn't seem like you'll have many issues if you're heading out the door at this moment. Now, time to check out what's going online with Bill.
Well, our newsroom constantly updating WKYT.com, and you can find all the latest anytime and all weekend long, including your Easter weekend weather trends. And we've put up our full story about a veteran who was robbed at gunpoint while raising money for other veterans. We also have details about why you will need to get a new driver's license here in Kentucky if you plan to fly in the future. Kentucky is already behind in complying with a change in federal law. Now, this will still be a couple of years away, so you can read our story for all the details. Of course, we're continuing to follow up as family members arrive in Brussels to look for a missing Lexington woman and her husband who have not been seen since Tuesday's terror attacks. We'll also stay on top of the budget negotiations. They continue over in Frankfurt. It may go into the weekend. The sticking point is $650 million in cuts, including to higher education. The governor is calling for cuts, and the House is standing its ground at this point. We'll also be following the fans and the fun as the Kentucky women play in the NCAA Sweet 16 tonight. Again, they'll be facing the Washington Huskies. The game tipping off at 7 at Rupp Arena. Hometown advantage for Kentucky. So join in our stories. Let us know how you feel about the chances for the Kentucky women as well. Also trending, our story of a Mercer County teenager who may be taking his coach's fiancee to the prom. It's all because of a Twitter stunt that has taken on a life of its own. A cute story for you to check out this morning. On Kentucky.com, some controversy in Versailles about the site for a new cookie plant that is set to be a big employer. And CBS This Morning is coming up at 7 with your eye opener. And of course, we'll have local updates. Hey, join us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter or Instagram. And for the latest news anytime, it's WKYT.com.
Very cool air filters in today, but much better for the weekend. I'm going to go over that forecast coming to you with another hour of WKYT News.